Hi parents, welcome back to this video series where I talk about reading leveled books. Today we will be reading a level C fiction book and you will clearly see the differences between a level B fiction book and a level C fiction book. Level B fiction books typically have a clear pattern on every page and it's only one sentence. Whereas a level C book, it has definitely a lot more words per page, multiple sentences, and there's also typically dialogue in the book, meaning that there is a character who is speaking and scholars should know to give that character maybe like a different voice and have a tone as they're reading. So that's a couple of the differences between a level B and a level C book. The skills that they need to have in a level C book are still the same as a level A and B book. They still need to point under each word. They still need to notice the pattern, although now the pattern is going to be less noticeable, and using the picture to still help them figure out what word it could be, and looking at the first letter to see if it matches. And the word that they're trying to figure out by using the clues in the picture might not be at the very end of the sentence anymore. It might be in the middle of the sentence or even at the beginning. So they need to really keep an eye out as they're reading the words to also keep an eye out on the pictures. So let's go ahead and get started on reading this book. This book is called Mop, and it's about a dog named Mop who doesn't really like to do a lot of things that dogs usually do. So I would ask the scholars here, what kinds of tricks do dogs usually do? And let's see and find out if Mop can do those things. All right, so here we go. Let's start reading. And as we notice here, we're pointing underneath each word, and we notice that there's someone speaking. And it's the person speaking is Jill. So here we go. Let's read it nice, loud, and proud. "Come here, Mop," Jill said, but Mop did not come. Ooh. Another thing that we need to know now for level C fiction books are a lot of sight words. They should just know these words like come, here, and said. The other words, they can just sound it out like but, did, not. And they should know that this dog's name is Mop because I said it at the beginning of the story. I said it in the title. All right, let's keep reading. "Sit, Mop," said Jill, but Mop did not sit. The pattern here is what Mop is doing and what he did not do. I'm pointing underneath each word. "Jump up, Mop," said Jill, but he did not jump. I see in the picture he's not jumping. Jill said, "Get the stick, Mop." Oh, I see a stick here, but he did not get the stick. Notice here, parents, that Jill said is at the beginning now. So this pattern slightly varied. So making sure your scholar is really pointing underneath each word and recognizing that the pattern has changed a little bit. "Get the ball, Mop," said Jill, but Mop did not get the ball. If they're reading a little slowly, I want you to push your scholars to read the page again to practice that fluency. So if they figured out all the words on that page, have them read it to you again on their own. So then that way they can continue practicing how it should sound like. "Get the ball, Mop," said Jill, but Mop did not get the ball. Ooh. Oh, I see that she's pretending to do something. What is she doing? And you're looking at the first letter of this word to try and figure out what it could be. Ooh, "Run, Mop," said Jill, but he did not run. Ooh, "Stop," said Jill. "Stop, Mop." Ooh, uh-oh. And I would have your scholars think about what do you think is going to happen in the next page. But Mop did not stop. Oh no. So it's the end of the book. So I would ask the scholar comprehension questions now. So, what were some things that the dog did not do throughout the book? And then having them retell the story. They can go back into the pages to tell exactly what happened by looking at the pictures to remind them. Then you can ask your scholar, how do you think Jill felt when Mop wasn't listening to her? Another question that you can ask your scholar is, what would you do to get Mop to listen? To have them think about beyond the book itself, beyond what happened in the story, and have them think about things that they would do. All right, that is all that I have for you today. I hope that your scholar continues to love reading, wants to read all the time, while using the skills that I have mentioned here. All right, happy reading!